Here at Northside, we have this thing called our G7. It's sort of like the value system that we hope you can experience and feel when you come to join us at Northside. The first of the 7 is grace. You know, grace is the unmerited favor or blessing of God. Not because we were impressive, not because we earned it, not because we dressed right or looked right or said the right things or knew the right prayers, but simply because He loved us, He sent Jesus to save us. And if that's true, if we've been given salvation in this relationship with God, not because we were good enough, not because we were religious enough, then that should affect the way we view other people. We should be people who are quick to forgive, who judge very little, knowing that we are sinful ourselves and we need the grace of God just as much as anyone else. And so we want to be people who are defined first and foremost by being a community filled with gracious people. The next is generosity. You know, God has given us so much blessing, so much in Christ, especially when we consider our salvation. You know, if we really think about it, even the breath that we breathe is borrowed breath from God. And if that's true, and we believe that it is, then we as people should live lives that are generous just like our God was. Even to the example of the cross, Christ giving His full life for us, so too should we give our lives for other people. Whether that's in our finances, in our time, in our volunteering, that we would be people who live generous, open-handed lives. The third is gladness. You know, we want to be communities defined by our joy, our gladness about what Christ has done. You know, we have a faith that's founded upon good news, that the work is over, that the victory is won, that God has done it all. And so if it's true that that's good news, then that should define how we live our life. And we feel that joy should be an essential part of that. You know, life sometimes is tough. We get that. Trials come and hard times hit us. But through it all, we have this hope that God is working for our good. And so we should be defined by joy and hoping in that. You know, Christians often are deemed as unhappy or depressing or sort of fun-sucking. We don't want to be that way. We want to be people who are defined by our joy, who value gladness in our life. Fourth is godliness. Godliness is just the hope that we as a community might be defined by our good works, so that we actually do good things for people, that we care about the good and the benefit of others, not just ourselves, that through our integrity and our character and our right living, we will show well the character of our God to other people. Fifth is gratefulness. You know, we want to be people who know how to say thank you, who don't take for granted all the blessings that we've been given, who truly appreciate what we have in our country, in our homes, in our families, that we'll be people who look to God and just give Him the proper thanks that He deserves for what we have. But also to other people, that when people do things for us, we can be humble enough to say thank you to them. Not coveting and being jealous of what other people have, but being content really with what God has given us this very day. The sixth is greatness. You know, God has given us so much in Christ, and He gave His very best for us. Jesus gave His whole life for us, and so we want to reflect that in how we give back to God, taking our time, our talents, our treasures, all that He's given us, and giving our 100% best effort in them. From the way that we do things here at the church, the way we do things in our life, our marriages, our families, our businesses, our jobs, our hobbies, and in all these different areas, giving God our 100% best effort, because He's given His 100% best to us. Seventh and last thing is great faith. You know, if you read through the story of Christ, you read through His life, you see this God just interacting with the impossible all the time. Him even calling and asking us to ask that heaven might come to earth. And so we just want to be people who take God at His word, who believe for the miraculous, who believe in the God of the impossible, that He can provide our needs, that He can heal our bodies, that He can change hearts and lives and restore marriages. We believe in the God of the impossible. And so we want to be a community defined by a faith that just believes that God can do what He says He can do. When you come to Northside, we hope, when we truly do hope, that you will experience and feel these G7 vows in a very real way as you interact with us as a community, as you join us on Sunday mornings, as you join us throughout the week in different programs. We just hope that through these things we can demonstrate to you the goodness and the love of Jesus. In saying that, we want to take a moment just to invite you guys out to join us on Sunday mornings as we talk about Jesus and we sing about Jesus and we have coffee together, discuss life and how things are going. You know, we truly believe that Jesus can make a difference in your life and in my life. And so we just wanted to take this time to offer you the opportunity to take full advantage of what's going on here at Northside. From our Sunday morning services to our weekly meetings for women's and youth and even men's ministry. So if you have a need, please come. Talk to one of us today. Come to the church. We'll be glad to point you in the direction that you need to go. Help you find some information. Thanks. Guys, enjoy tonight. Hopefully we'll see you on Sunday morning.